We're driving 80 on the 401.
It was,
All I seen was.
you ever seen a hamburger
And I
commercial
said
where
it was
the guy's
Jan.
face is pushed back? Once they got us, they'll come by it. It was that cooler.
Okay, Tammy, so I guess I can go ahead from here and it's live streaming right now. Okay?
Thank you. I'd like the meeting to call to order, please. Good evening, welcome to our regular meeting of December 15th. I want to apologize to the audience. We've had some technical difficulties, so we were a little slow getting started, so my apologies for being a little bit late. Council, I did get Terry Fleury's on the line, and he sent me a note wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, because of course they can't communicate back with us, so I want to pass that on to everyone here. Does any member of council have any pecuniary or financial interest to declare? Okay, duly noted, Councillor Poplinski and Councillor Brown. You've had the minutes of previous meetings, Committee of Adjustments, special meeting December the 1st, 2020, closed meeting April 23rd, 19 to December 1st, 2020. Any errors or omissions with all those minutes? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion, please.
Moved by Carl Keel, second by Debbie Kupinski, motion to approve minutes of Committee of Adjustment and special meeting held on December 1st, 2020 for the Township of Village, Hagerty Richards.
All those in favor? It's carried. I'll sign them later then. Okay.
Yeah, motion to approve minutes of closed sessions on the following dates from April 23rd, 2019, Finance, Personnel, March 10th, 2020, Dispute Resolution, November 12th, and closed meeting from special meeting from April 9th, 17th, May 28th, June 18th, July 6th, July 23rd, August 6th, August 27th, September 29th, October 20th, November 12th, and December 1st.
Thank you. Okay, and then Sue has marked down the meetings that we have. So the next public meeting will be January the 5th. We're having a special meeting prior to the 7 o'clock, and that's to do with the Committee of Adjustment. What is that to do with, Sue? Committee of Adjustment? Zoning, okay. So council, you should be here at 6:30. And then we have a special meeting on January 19th, so you can put that in. Plus we are going to be setting some committee meetings tonight when we're all in the same room. Okay, so we're going to move on then to reports. So I'll ask Chris to go first. Good evening, Chris, and welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so Christmas in the park. Despite the bad weather, Christmas in the park had over 175 attendees walk through the park at scheduled times between 4 and 7. Special thanks to all the volunteers and the community members who made this event a success. I would like to publicly acknowledge Work Superintendent Dean Hawley and his team for ensuring that the roads and walkways were safe, in addition to providing on-site assistance throughout the day. I'd also like to thank Bob Garrow and his team of KHR firefighters for attending the event and providing power. Finally, I would like to thank Ace Hardware for donating some lights to the event, as well as Peaches Building Supplies for donating power cords for the efforts to light up the park. Second item, Snowdown Sculpture Contest. So in partnership with Madawaska Valley, I would like council's permission to launch an online event called Snowdown Sculpture Contest. This event would run from January 12th to March 12th and would encourage the public to create sculptures from snow and submit pictures to win prizes. Anything flies if it's made of snow, snow forts, sculptures, snow angels, snowmen. If it's made of snow, it's a go. I am suggesting a $600 prize lot with half coming from KHR, so $300. The prizes would be $300 for first, $200 for second, and $100 for third. How Stephanie and I from Madawaska Valley talked about splitting it up would be the same idea from the Love the Holidays contest, where we pick a business from KHR of the winner's choice, but half of the prize is from KHR, half the prize is from Madawaska Valley business of their choice. So each business is going to get one for first place, one for second place, and third place. So it's split evenly, and we evenly share the cost. I think this is an important initiative as Madawaska Valley is our neighbor, and we also share Wilno. I think it's a really exciting event that people can do. throughout the winter to kind of keep their spirits up and get people excited about the winter months. So that's my short but sweet presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. First of all, I want to congratulate you. I've heard nothing but good things about the parade in Christmas in the park. And then it was on Facebook. I guess there was a video taken. It was just really beautiful. So congratulations on that event.
Thank you.
And secondly, then, council, are there any questions on Snowdown? He's asking council's permission to proceed with the partnership. And as you know, we always encourage partnerships with our neighbors and our businesses and organizations within our jurisdiction. So any questions of Chris on number 2? Okay, show of hands then that we support him. Here you go, Chris, unanimous, okay.
Thank you.
Anything on Chris's report?
I'd like to compliment Chris too. I was down there in the pouring rain. And it was beautiful, Chris. Good job.
Thank you very much.
You did a good job. Anything further? Okay, thank you very much, Chris. Mr. Garrow then, the fire chief?
Okay, let's see what we have for you. Activities of note, since the last special meeting, we've had training on knots, ladders, and SCBA's on December the 9th. On December the 10th, we had a dump burn. As you know, we had not so successful burning of brush there earlier this year. We changed a few things around, and this is the burn that we had on December the 10th. We had some good breathing in this pile of brush. It wasn't so pushed up with sand and stuff that was the last time. And as you can see, it went right down to basically nothing. Much of what is left there is actually more like logs and uncut firewood and stumps rather than just brush. So it actually went fairly well this time. Let me see what we got now. Now, the reverse Christmas parade, okay, Chris talked about that as we sent our fire trucks. We sent Sparky and the little fire truck as well. New fire hall meetings. We had a progress meeting on December the 2nd, and we have the next one tomorrow morning to see how things are going along. CEMC initiatives, we have COVID-19 virtual ministry meetings. We had them on the 4th, the 8th, the 11th, and the next one is going to be on the 15th. Now, the COVID report itself, as you can see, we've actually gone up with some numbers: 201 confirmed cases, 169 resolved, 1 death, 43,596 total tests. The numbers have gone up primarily because of a breakout in a Mennonite community in Whitewater region. I heard on the news tonight that that's been contained and the numbers are starting to decrease somewhat rapidly. On the next page, you're going to see a little map that's color-coded by cases internal, and it shows you all of Renfrew County as it was on December the 8th of this map. Ontario has 142,121 confirmed cases, resolved cases at 121,563, deaths at 3,972. So Ontario's resolution rate is at 85.53% and death rate at 2.79%. Nationally, confirmed cases at 469,000, resolved cases at 379,000 or 80.81%. Deaths at 13,553, which is 2.89%. Internationally, confirmed cases at 73,284,174, give or take a couple. Resolved cases at 51,425,757 for 70%, and deaths at 1,630,307, which is 2.22%. You don't have this in your package because I got this email just, well, it came in at 4:26 today. This is coming in from the OFMEM. It's addressed to myself and Dale. Dale is the alternate CEMC. Says, I hope you and yours are healthy and safe. I just wanted to let you know that after my review of your compliance submission for 2020, I've recommended to my management team that the township of KHR is compliant. Also, I wanted to acknowledge that you did a great job with public education. Keep up the good hazard communication. And for that aspect, I'll thank Chris because he provided me with a lot of that general public stuff that we sent to them. And please let me know if you have a quick time introduction chat next week or in the new year. I'd like to hear about how things are going for your community and also take any questions you might have back to my team. This lady just got appointed, I think, late October, early November.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, that's good news. We're in compliance. Okay, let's go back to his report. Number 1, 2, 3. Number 4. Number 5, the letter that he just read out. The report as a whole. Okay, thank you very much, Bob.
Welcome.
Hi, Dean, how are you?
Good, thanks, yourself.
We have your report, please.
So on the weekend, obviously, we've been busy with the precipitation for Station Park and helping out with Chris with the parade. Brushing, we continue to do when we can. We've been doing regular maintenance on equipment and their trucks as well. C&D, the landfill is now all been picked up. We're just waiting for some more numbers and stuff on that. A topographic survey, it will be started tomorrow around Red Rock for landfill expansion. So that'll be happening around tomorrow. And that's my report.
Okay, any questions of Dean on his report? Stanley?
Just a comment, I was in at the wayside there on Saturday and Dean, it's unbelievable how well it looks there now that everything is cleaned up. It's just like, there isn't a thing out of place, and also a thank you to Bob and his crew of firemen there, that the brusher cleaned up. It really, really looks well.
Good, nice to hear, good credit. Anyone else have any, Ted?
Did you help and look at Calvin Street, you, Carol?
Yes.
Yeah, we do, yeah. We could probably do a little bit of ditching along there, but it's all running downhill to begin with.
Yeah.
So I personally, I don't think that there's any need for it. I don't know.
I can't see where the water is coming up on the pavement. It's like, and if we,
Well, I'm gonna talk to them and tell them the next time they see that, they call one of
Yes.
us, so we can go and see.
see, I want to see the film come up on the.
Yeah, because like when Carl and I looked at it, it was kind of a bad time to look at it.
Yeah,
You know, it wasn't with dry pavement or nothing like that.
all
So
right, good, thank you.
Anyone else have comments or questions of Dean? Okay, I'd ask that the two that wanted to declare do so, and we'll look at the bills.
I, Ted Brown, declare pecuniary financial interest of Golden General voucher number 11, 2020. I, Debbie Kuplinski, declare pecuniary interest in the Golden General voucher 11, 2020.
Okay, any comments or questions on the bills? Carl?
22254,
22254.
last page.
222.
That is for Nicole Bog Blinds for the library, and then we reimbursed her.
Under the grant,
Under the grant.
under the money?
Yeah,
I
under the
just
grant.
couldn't
Yeah.
see us getting $2,000 for.
Yeah, no, that's what it's for.
That's under the grant
Grant,
portion, yeah.
yeah.
Anyone else have comments or questions on the bills?
22209.
222.
22209.
222,
That's our bill from McKelkins and Associates for the audit procedure.
that's our audit, our cost for the audit.
Part of
A few dollars, eh?
it, part of it.
Yeah, part of it. Any other questions or comments on the bills? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
Moved by John Jeffrey, seconded by Brian McCoskey. Motion to approve road and general voucher number 11, 2020 in the amount of $642,986.87.
All those in favor? It's carried. Thank you. And Kenny, could you pass that to John? He signs the committee to just, yeah. Okay, good. All right, thank you. All right, is there anything else for, Dean? Is there anything info? Nothing, should he stay about the letter? I'm gonna have to ask you to stay, okay? All right. Then we're gonna go to our CAO.
Okay, so.
Before, wait, sorry, maybe I'll take, that's in camera. Okay, I'll do our CAO. Yeah, okay.
From the last meeting, or from the EOCG meeting, there was a bunch of meetings that we had to put together. One was for waste management.
Okay, so Stanley, we need to set up a waste management meeting, and it's to talk about the fee structure, what we're gonna recommend, and then we have to set up a public meeting. So we need to have a waste management meeting so that we can determine what it is we're going to do. And then we will present it to council, and then we have to have a public meeting to do it. So did you want to pick a date for your waste management in the new year?
I forgot my calendar here, but you mean this month now?
Yeah, no, in January, sorry, January.
Well, in January, it really won't, I think I can make any date work.
Any
pretty
date?
much.
Okay, good. So, who's on waste management? Brian, Ted, okay, so, is there a preferable day? I know we'll do it at 7 o'clock to accommodate you, Ted. And, is there some date that's okay? Any better than others?
Just Thursdays don't really work.
Okay, so let's not do Thursdays. So how about the 12th? It's a Tuesday. Okay, so 7 o'clock on the 12th is a waste management meeting. And then be prepared to, we're gonna have to set up a recommendation to council on the fee structure and how we're gonna do business. And Dean, would you mind attending that meeting too, please? Okay, next one.
The policy, procedures, and bylaw code to review the building fees.
Okay, so John, I'm asking that your committee meet. Tyler, how much more time do you need to prepare something to present to the Policies and Procedures Committee?
Ready by January sometime.
Okay, so we are looking at the building bylaw, those kind of things, and fee structures, and so Tyler's going to be making a recommendation to the committee, and then we would make a recommendation to council. So we need to have a meeting. Who's on that committee?
And I believe
Carl?
Stanley is as well.
Carl and who? Stanley? Okay, Carl, Stanley, and you, John, and I. So John, you have a date? Anything in mind?
Any day is good, as long as it wouldn't be the 6th of January.
Okay, that's good. How about the 14th?
14th seems good.
Now, who's on it? You, okay, so we could meet during the day.
Mhm.
The four of us. Okay, well, let's go for the day then. What about 10 o'clock in the morning on the 14th? Policy and procedure. And that way, Tyler, if you could be ready by the 14th, then you wouldn't have to come in at night. We could do that. So you got that, John? 10 a.m. on the 14th of January, for the policy and procedure. And Stanley and Carl, do you have those dates?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. All right, next one.
The dispute resolution committee.
Okay, so we've had some more letters and I've got some more conversation. So we need to set up another dispute, and I think we should do it before the end of the year. Now, I know that's not, but that means one day next week we have to have a meeting. Anybody have any date they can't come? Next week, 7 o'clock at night.
The
Dispute
24th, I
resolution.
won't be here.
Sorry?
The 24th.
Okay, well, of course. How about the 22nd at 7 o'clock? Everybody okay? Yeah. That's full council. All right, next one.
A road meeting to discuss the projects.
Okay, Carl, you have to do a road meeting to talk about
And
the,
then finance.
so that we can, and then after that road meeting, then we can plug those figures in for the finance. So you have to set up a road meeting in January. And who's on the road committee?
Well, I know that it's,
I should have my thing, I have it.
Stanley and John.
yeah.
Stanley and
Carl,
John.
John and
Carl.
Stanley.
So again, we
do another one
could do
during the day.
okay, we could do it during the day.
Yeah,
All right, so we could do that around the 1st of January. So what about this, okay, who couldn't do the 6th of January?
Well, don't
I
we
could.
have a-
You can't.
there's
Well,
a-
they're doing the daytime meeting, I have, there's a doctor.
Okay,
meeting.
no, but are you sure you're free, like at 10 o'clock on the 6th?
Yeah,
Stanley, Carl, is that okay?
Yeah.
Dean, are you free? Okay, weather permitting. 10 o'clock road meeting on the 6th of January. Then Debbie, you could set up a finance meeting.
Yeah, I'd like to do that right after, because I think if you come back with the road projects, and if there's some stuff that Dean has to get a jump on when it comes to going up for quotes, we can go
Okay,
maybe
and-
towards the end of
Okay,
January.
at the end of January, and it's full council,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
what about, well, I'm at Roma, what about is the 20th too soon?
I don't think so. Like if,
Okay, so everybody, the department heads, do they have to have something ready?
no, I think
No,
we're
that's
more,
just us
I
for
think we're
brainstorming?
more, yeah, brainstorming, but I'm more worried about Dean's stuff, like if the road committee comes back
Oh,
saying
you
there's a
need
bunch
the
of
tenure.
stuff.
Okay,
if
that's
there's
what the
stuff that
road
we need-
committee, so
Okay.
Dean, I'd like you to bring to the road committee what you would like done, so that we can.
He had
approve.
sent us a heads up on stuff that
Okay.
he had wanted, but yeah.
Finance then at 7 o'clock on the 20th of
Yeah.
January. Next one, pay equity.
Yeah,
So the 5-year plan has to be reviewed.
well,
Oh,
actually, no, I got more information
Oh,
from the
good.
county manager Jeff Foss.
Yeah,
He went back and looked at our,
yes, whenever, yeah.
what we've been doing,
Yes.
Bruce. So the next thing we should be doing is you'll have to review it because we have added new jobs.
Okay,
So it's a big process, so.
I know it's a big process, but I still think that
Yeah.
we should do it on
Yeah.
council instead of hiring
Yeah.
people.
So that's myself, Carl, and Brian.
Okay, for pay equity, okay. So let's start that process now, that it has to be a night meeting then?
Yeah.
Because you can't do during the day, Debbie?
If you give me enough notice, I should be good to take.
And Brian, you can do it as long as it's during the bus.
Between 9 and 3, kind of, sort of?
Yeah, but
Okay.
we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pick a day then that it suits you. Now, if you want to think about it and get back to.
Well, we can
Carl,
do it now. What
Okay, then
about,
do it.
what about we just do it in is February, okay? Because it seems like January is pretty
That's
good.
good.
How about a Wednesday? My Ottawa stuff that I have to
Okay,
do now falls on
February-
Mondays. Do
February
you want
what?
to do it early February?
Sounds good. 3rd of February,
10 a.m., okay?
10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, to Brian and Carl?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be back.
Guys,
on
we
the
were
second.
off and now you guys are back to work.
Yeah,
So the only other thing is that you'd have to have a public meeting so that we can pass all.
All of those things.
All the.
Oh, yeah, we should call that meeting
Because
then.
that would include water and sewer.
Yeah, we could do everything on that public meeting.
Yes.
And then could we do it by the first week of February then or something, or the second week of February?
Yeah,
Okay, let's do the second week of February, a night meeting then, so all of us can be here. And it's to pass all the public meetings about increases in fees. Okay, and I chair that, I'm assuming? Okay. Then what about the 9th,
that's not family, when's family day?
15th?
Okay.
The 9th at 7 o'clock. And it's public meeting for street fee structure. Is everybody okay with that? February 9th?
Yeah.
7 o'clock here, okay?
Yep.
And I think we're good, Sue? I told you we were recording the, how many meetings we have to have, okay?
okay, but I have to have a resolution passed to authorize the CAO clerk to execute contracts and payment for the doctor recruitment.
Oh, yes, okay, so I need a mover and a seconder. So we're signing a contract with one position, 2 doctors. And they want to do it before the end of the year, so they need a resolution from this council, so I have the authority to go and
That's the husband and wife.
the husband and wife team. And we're hoping to get another doctor by March, and then another doctor next year, I hope so. That should be most of our money on. Okay, motion?
Moved by Debbie Proplinski, second by Carl Keel, motion that council authorize the CAO clerk treasurer to execute contracts and payments as presented by the joint municipal Position and Retention Committee under bylaw 2017-40, and that council directs staff to bring back the signed contracts bylaw.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Anything else, Sue?
Just that from today's, the County of Renfrew announced that the 2022 Ontario Winter
Yes,
Games are coming.
I don't know if
here.
you've seen that on the news, so the Minister McLeod welcomed news and told the county that they will be giving $1 million to the County of Renfrew to host the Ontario Winter Games in the County of Renfrew, so that's really good news. Gabby Robinson was acclaimed as the warden again, so I'd like to wish her the best and congratulate her on her success as becoming warden for in next coming year. Okay, anything else, Sue?
Just if you look at those two top, were they in camera or just in correspondence?
Those I want in open session.
Okay.
If they get into details, then we'll have to go into close.
Okay.
Okay, you have given me those.
Yeah.
Now, did you give those to council?
Yes.
Okay.
They were on the.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to the correspondence and then we'll come to that.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to know.
No, that's good. You reminded me. All right, anything else, Sue?
Nope.
Okay. We're moving on then to correspondence. The first one is a letter from MPP.
Just the
oh.
recreation committee, yes?
Did I not do that?
No.
Oh, yes, I didn't. Okay.
No.
Okay, Brian, did he move it?
Yeah.
Okay, the minutes.
Okay, moved by Brian Kosky, second by John Jeffrey, motion to approve minutes of Recreation and Culture Committee meeting held on November 16th, 2020.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Thank you, Sue. Okay, correspondence, we first have a letter from MPP John Yakubuski on our OMPF funding. And you have that. Any comments or questions about that? Next is a letter of thank you for donation for Garnet Krantz, St. Francis Valley Healthcare Foundation. Any comments or questions on that? I want to remind the public that councils have an opportunity to see the correspondence prior to coming here. So that's why I only ask for comments, because they've already had a chance to review them. I don't want you to think I'm passing by on correspondence, just the County of Renfrew proposed changes to the OPA, and comments have to be in by January 15th. I've talked to Tyler about this, and I've asked that this document be sent to the department heads for comment. We definitely, as a council, have to object and send a strong message that we do not agree with the changes to the OPA and how it affects our taxpayers. So Tyler's working on giving us some comments prior to the 15th so that we can send a letter back and make sure that they know that we're very concerned about the issues that are concerning KHR and the county as a whole. Okay, then we're moving on to, what's the other correspondence you have then? The Ottawa Valley? Okay, Ottawa Valley Business, any comments or questions on that? And then I received a email from Grant Hooker, and it's attached, and so he said, well, it's self-explanatory about the beaver tails in Kellaloo, and he wanted to know if he could have an audience with council concerning that. And I told him that he had to write a letter and that it would come before council for a discussion and decision. So any comments or questions? Ted?
I understand, I see he wants to take the signs down, advertising, but did we not pay for the signs that are on our entrance signs that say birthplace?
We paid some of it, not all of it.
I know we paid for the other signs that advertise to come into town. But the ones that are on our
Yeah, but the one that actually said.
sign,
Yeah.
I don't think that was the same stuff.
Okay, I have to,
Regardless, it's, whether they're selling them here or not, it's still the birthplace of beaver tails.
well, I guess the reason that he doesn't want the sign to continue is that he said people will drive into town and they'll be very disappointed that there is none available.
Well, maybe they'll shop at somewhere else.
Well,
I think that's still the birthplace, but if he's coming, we can discuss it with him.
okay, is council agree then we can have him as an audience?
Yep.
Show of hands? Okay, let's invite him in January then. maybe the second meeting in January? On the 19th? Would that be okay, council?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Then we have a letter from Tanya Lyons. And so she's asking me if I would, and other members of county council, council members would go to her property to look at the drainage property. Now, we have discussed this in length. I'd like just to know council's wishes on whether or not you want to entertain going to look at the problem again. It's up to council, absolutely. Yes?
Dean and I looked at that. I looked at it.
Yes.
And what are we gonna do looking at it? Like, we had a Greenview went through it and went through all the aspects of what we could do with it. Right, Dean? And I don't know what you could do by looking at it again.
Well, it's up to council, the request is there. Okay, what I'll do then is, you have an opportunity, you read it. Those that agree that maybe we should go and look at it again, or somebody go and look at it again, pick your hand up. Okay, let's send her a nice email back, thanking her for her email and saying that council had discussed it again and they're not prepared to go.
But we've done everything possible to.
Okay. All right, is there any other correspondence?
Can I just- one
Oh,
question?
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Just, maybe somehow if we could find out where that money did go for what signs before the grant came, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we better look into that. All right, any other correspondence? No. All right, let's move on then. Unfinished business. Any unfinished business? New business? New business? We are gonna go in camera. We have several issues, but before I ask that, to the public that's watching our meeting. So on behalf of council and the people of KHR and myself, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. I want everybody to remain safe and healthy and continue to practice social distancing and everything that's required to ensure that COVID stays away from the county of Brantford and the province of Ontario and the country of Canada and the world. So I want to pass it on to everybody and enjoy your holidays and please stay safe and healthy. So I'd entertain a motion to go in camera. Staff can stay.
Moved by Debbie Kuklinski, seconded by Chad Brown, be it resolved that council move into a closed meeting pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended for the following. Personnel matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employee, litigation or potential litigation, advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege.
Yeah.